The Artist's Journey is not a book about talent. It is a book about commitment, courage, and the quiet endurance required to live a creative life. Stephen Pressfield invites the reader to see creativity not as a hobby or a career choice, but as a calling, one that demands devotion, humility, and persistence. Drawing inspiration from Joseph Campbell's concept of the hero's journey, Pressfield reimagines the artist as a modern-day hero, constantly crossing thresholds between fear and creation, comfort and risk. But unlike the classic hero's tale, the artist's journey does not end with victory. There is no final reward, no permanent return home. Every finished project leads to another beginning. Every triumph is followed by new uncertainty. This is the truth Pressfield emphasizes again and again. The artist must learn to live inside the cycle of doubt and creation. At the center of the book is Pressfield's most powerful concept, resistance. Resistance is the unseen enemy that whispers excuses, fuels procrastination, and convinces you that tomorrow is a better time to begin. It disguises itself as logic, fear, perfectionism, even responsibility. And the more meaningful the work, the louder resistance becomes. Pressfield makes a radical claim: resistance is proof of importance. If something scares you deeply, it is likely because it matters profoundly. The artist's task is not to eliminate fear, but to move forward in spite of it. Throughout the journey, Pressfield contrasts the amateur mindset with the professional mindset. The amateur waits for inspiration, motivation, or approval. The professional shows up every day, regardless of mood or circumstance. Becoming a professional is not about money or recognition, it is about identity. It is the moment you decide that your creative work is non-negotiable. The book also explores the spiritual dimension of creativity. Pressfield suggests that artists do not create alone. Ideas, stories, and inspiration come from a higher source, what ancient cultures called the muse. The artist's responsibility is to prepare the ground through discipline and consistency, allowing inspiration to arrive when it chooses. Another central theme is service. Pressfield argues that true creativity is not self-indulgent. The artist is not creating to be admired, praised, or validated. The work exists to serve others, to tell the truth, to reveal beauty, to give form to something that would otherwise remain invisible. When the artist shifts from ego to service, the work gains depth and power. The journey Pressfield describes is often lonely. Doubt is constant, recognition is uncertain, yet meaning is found not in outcomes, but in commitment to the path itself. The act of showing up, again and again, becomes the reward. By the end of the artist's journey, the reader understands that creativity is not something you achieve once. It is something you practice for a lifetime. You are not waiting to become an artist. You become one by walking the path, facing resistance, and choosing to create anyway. This book is a quiet manifesto for anyone who has ever felt the pull to make something meaningful, and the fear that follows that desire.